Let me show you how to schedule a thread in Fedica step by step, and I'm going to bring you along the way. You can cross-post this to multiple platforms. For example, we can post to Bluesky and X. We can post to Threads as well. So let's set up a thread for these platforms, okay? So let's make it about a product launch, for example. We can add another thread. So we just added some text. Let's add some images for our thread that we're going to talk about our new updates here. So we have what's new in Fedica. We have our first feature, which is going to be here. We're going to add the what's new over here. There we go. And with Fedica, you get some extra abilities. For example, if you want to end this product launch with a poll, like, hey, so what else do you want next launch, for example, then you can have that poll analytics tools. So we can let the users decide, okay, what if we want to add LinkedIn, right? LinkedIn doesn't have a thread scheduling capability. So what we can do is we can make a custom post with this. So for example, we have Twitter here. We got the post with the poll, perfect. Then we have the same thing spread for the other platforms, for Bluesky, for Threads. And then for LinkedIn here, you have just the first image, of course, because it doesn't support Threads. But that's okay because we can make it a carousel in this case, right? So let's add these features here. Boom. Now we have our carousel. And then when we post this product launch across all our platforms to our community, we are going to have it as a thread here. We will have it as a carousel here. We can add some more details here. So everything's going to be catered to your audience wherever they're at. And of course, every platform has some different features. Like if we have a super in group that is different from our regular audience with Twitter, for example, we can add it to our community, make sure that this product launch goes just to that community while still being able to post to the other platforms. And then another feature you have is the number automatically. Turn that on and you have your numbered posts, so you don't have to do that manually. And then you have the spread post feature. So this is actually huge and it's underutilized. So what you can do with the spread post is that each of the single posts in the thread is going to get posted at its own cadence. So it's either every hour or whatever you choose. And of course, in our other video about the hours schedule, you can set a schedule something like, every 30 minutes, every 10 minutes, every hour, every day, however you need. So when you spread it over time, you can post it to that schedule, or you can schedule it rather to that content queue that has that schedule. So when you send it off, it's going to auto populate in that cadence that you already chose. So when you create these types of threads, you know that it's going to be every day, for example. This is really helpful for platforms like Bluesky because it has a limited algorithm, meaning all of your posts are going to post right away and it's going to flood people's timelines. So if you write a long thread like this, then you can spread it automatically, and that way it's going to have a natural posting frequency so that you're not bombarding people who have a timeline that's not mixed up algorithmically. So same thing with Mastodon. Now, because we're posting this with LinkedIn as well, it's not going to spread it. So we're going to turn that off. We have LinkedIn back here, and it's going to be the carousel like we need it. So that's going to be perfect for us. We can add Instagram. It's going to be the carousel. So I'll just add those images as well to the carousel. So just like that, we're all set to go. We have our carousel, we have our thread. So let's just schedule this now to a specific date here. I'm going to pick my American audience, and we're going to send this off on Monday for next week. Perfect. So hit the calendar here. Once again, you can schedule your posts here as well in the calendar. And then let's go to next week for Monday. And here we go. We have all of our platforms ready to go with the threads for the platforms that support it and the carousels for the platforms that don't support threads. So there you go. Now let me show you one last thing here. So here's a couple content cues. This is our blog, and this one is posts to our Australian audience, for example. So if you did end up choosing to spread your thread over time and you pick the cadence like this, one post a day, optimized for your Australian audience, then it would populate like this and each post would show up in your calendar like that. So just to show you what it looks like when you spread your posts over time, for example, here we have the thread that we created for this thread that we want to spread over time. Let's add a poll here. So what next? Great. So we have that all set up, ready to go. Let's schedule it. Let's spread the posts over time, and then it's numbered automatically. And so you can schedule it to a queue that's going to pick the same schedule that you attach to that queue. But for us, we are going to make sure that it gets posted to a certain cadence, which is going to be the daily threads, 1 post per day, and then the time in between the posts if you do it manually. If you're not scheduling it to a queue, you would already have this set up. But if you do this manually, then we're going to start this for Monday on the 17th, and then we're going to have 24 hours between. So there we go, and then add that to the calendar. And when we check next week, we have our thread that's going to not bombard our users. It'll be spaced out the way we like it there. So if you have any questions about this, just let us know, and we're always happy to help.